Play the white selection without objection.
Transmitting live from Amsterdam.
Y'all ready for this? Are you ready? Ballroom Radio.
And I'm your host with the most. Kiss Sublime.
Ballroom Radio, baby.
Hey, y'all ready, fellas? I gotta know here. We're gonna have a real show tonight. It's gonna be a little different from the way most of the show's been going down.
Sit and reminisce on a love like this. How time has expired. Seemed like yesterday you were by my side. Walking along, we would stop and kiss on a love like this. I'll always care for you. I'll be there for you. I hold on to the memories how it used to be on a loving night like this. On a lovely night like this, walking along we would stop and kiss. Hey. Love's infatuations would fill our minds. What happened to the love we had? Why did our love come apart? We shared all the good times and we made it through the bad. We must have lost all the love in our hearts. So please, girl, think of me now and then. And when you're alone, try to remember when love's infatuations will fill our minds on a love night like this. On a lovely night like this, walking along we would stop and kiss. Stars would always shine. Love's infatuations would fill our minds. Hey, hey, yeah. How have you been, girl? It's been a while. It's good to see you. I miss your smile. Would you like to sit and reminisce on a love night like this? Do you remember? I can't forget. I love you. Always thinking of you. My heart still. I love you. On a love night like this.
get down. No doubt, 95.
We're talking 2000.
I'ma dig it with a little of this, and a little of that,
a little of it,
a little of this, and a little of that, a little of this, and a little of that, a little of this, and a little of that. Check it. I got the gumptions to make your conjunction function. So honey, get it straight up beyond your rollerblades and skate. My starts with spaz like a rise, then it get you itching. My flow is crisp like a bucket full of Canis chicken. I move the beat like pottery. Lyrics flow like blood through the artery. With more rhymes and numbers in the lottery. You know my stilo, how my dough and watch me drop a flow. I wax it up and make it shine like I was mopping glow. So come on, baby love, let's put it on, no faking moves. Let's flip a coin on it, heads I win and tails you lose. Gotcha. Grand Pooba comes with all of that because I got my game in quarters in the laundromat. We keep it tight the way it's supposed to be while jealous snakes say, damn, man, you should have swallowed me. No doubt, cause we hit them with a little of this and a little of
of it,
a little of this and a little of that,
a little of
a little of this and a little of that, a little of this now, a little of that. Dig it. I got to be one of the baddest rappers on the planet. I'm bagging honeys and they all got bodies just like Janet. I play it safe, never taking chicken heads for granted. I'm Superman and Lois types, my rhymes are Daily Planet. I got more promise than Thomas who makes English muffins. I do more sticking and chicken and stovetop stuffing. No doubt about it, hun. I hit from here to China. When I drop the D minor, watch me soggy your vagina. Grand Pooba stud doogie dropping Klein kite. Prefer the chocolate like the outside of a Klondike. That's how it go and it's the way it's designed. So you can stroke me down, I don't mind. We keep it tight and that's the way it's supposed to be. While jealous snakes say, damn, ma, you should've swallowed me. Check it, cause we hit it with a little of this, and a little of that, just a little of this, and a little of that. It gotta be that shit, and a little of that, it's just a little of this, and a little of that. It gotta be that shit. Take your time. The way it's designed has me ease your mind in a 95 flavor, no doubt, no questions asked. Cause we fulfill that task as we keep it real like Jill. You know what I'm saying? We gon' move it on for the year 2000 as we pick up all you New York City style, representing to the fullest. Live your life, live your life, live your life, live your life, just live your life, live your life, no doubt. That's what we talk about,
just get down
Jay Black.
with bamboo and start to get down. Get down with bamboo and start to get down. Get down with bamboo and start to get down. Get down with bamboo and start to get down. Big Jeff in the house, the Nauru in the house. And the K to the I to the D is in the house. 2000.
Let's explore its blue. Tide is high. Time for your debut. Like a ship, you must leave the bay. This trip, you learn love today. The time has come to take the dead. Maiden voyage, a first affair. Set your sails to cast away. Chart your course of love today. Now you're clear. Homeward bound are we. Listen, dear, as you sound your sea. Soon you'll cry. Lovely things you'll say. Sail on high. You learn love today. The time has come to take the day. Maiden voyage, a first affair. Set your sails to cast away. Chart your course of love today. Now you're clear. Homeward bound are we. Listen, dear, as you sound your sea. Soon you'll cry. Lovely things you'll say. Sail on high. You learn love today.
Welcome, Ballroom Radio Thursday, special edition with my man Thelonious.
Yes, hi.
What's up, man?
Yeah, I'm
How
good.
you doing?
I'm good, good.
You okay?
Yeah, nice to be here.
Yeah.
So,
Glad you're here.
yes.
Welcome. So maybe a short introduction to the world. Well, why are you here? I mean, I know, but maybe you want to tell yourself.
Yes, I started at DJ. But later on, I started organizing events, and most people know me now for booking artists and organizing events. A DJ is a little bit smaller part now, but I still love to do that. So.
Yes, background.
Yes.
So you do parties in a place, in a town called Rotterdam, for the people
Yes,
who don't know.
yes.
It's one of the major cities in Holland, next to Amsterdam, of course. So one of those places is Bird.
Yes.
A small, relative small place next to the train
Train-
tracks, so
train
it has
track, yeah.
a special place. Tell us about the parties you do there. Like it's a because the setup is so cool. I've been there. It's really intimate.
I actually started before that. And at some point, a friend of mine, Philip, the owner of Bird, he said he wanted to start a jazz venue, and that became Bird. And he asked me to work on the program.
Right.
Yeah, and it's like a 300 capacity venue, and we do everything from you can say from Roy Ayers till Flying Lotus.
Yeah.
That kind of sound. We don't book Flying Lotus. That's a little bit too big for us, but that kind of sound.
Because you were always been you're pioneering as far as let's call it soulful, cutting edge kind of left field stuff. You always like if somebody's about to blow up, you book him or her in your little venue, right?
Yeah, if we are able to do that, but that's I think the strongest part of what I'm doing. I think so. So to feel that somebody's blowing up and to book him just before that.
You have the little sense, the spider sense of.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's a sort of A&R. I think so.
Yeah,
you say that.
But next to that, you're a selector yourself. You're a disc jockey yourself. So like you said, it's on in the background. But so how do you play? You play in your own parties, right? Or you open sometimes, or how does it work?
No, that's in Bird. We got a few parties, and I have my own party. And that party I actually started already before Bird was starting up.
Right.
And the reason to do the party was simple. I just wanted to have a place where I could DJ, and that was the reason why I started to do that. And I knew that if I would play on my own, I wouldn't attract enough people. So I started booking people that I liked and that attract the crowd. And I'm still doing that. It's for me the most hobby part of the music.
Okay.
And I want to keep that still as something.
The
that's
core
less
of it.
work.
Yeah. It's and let's say. You get support from the venue, or you because it's a mission. If you book artists like you do, like let's say Flying Lotus before he blew up, or Theo Parrish or whatever, like everybody kind of jazzed out left field in that whole spectrum of soulful music. Let's call it that. How do you get support from the city, or what? Because financially you gotta,
No, partly it depends. My own parties I always did with my own money, and I must say I always lost money on that. So. But I got a low rent and I live in a cheap house.
Labor of love. We call it labor of love. Yeah.
And the live artists that I book for the venue that I do, those are the venue paying. I think so.
Okay. So you just keep doing that like a soldier, You're pushing good, soulful, experimental, whatever it is. But at least it's is that so that's why you're here.
Yeah.
So that's maybe a little. People kind of know what you're into, but we're here for 10 records to start the show with. Let's do it. What is your first record?
The first one is DJ Shadow. It's an old one, 1994. I just saw on the sleeve. And I think it was my first vinyl record that I bought. I think before I bought CDs and maybe when I was 6 years old I bought vinyl, but like the top 40 vinyl. But it was my first serious vinyl to start as a DJ. I think so.
DJ Shadow, really your first 12-inch record ever.
Yeah, and I was a big fan of what they were doing in that sound. That was also quite left field, the whole Mal Wax era, the Ninja Tune era, that kind of stuff. Trip hop, it was instrumental hip hop, but there were also house influence sometimes in the music. So I discovered things like Detroit through Mal Wax, for example.
Yeah, right.
So.
And this is called "What Does Your Soul Look Like?" Parts 2 and 3. Let's do it.
Yes.
Cold. 'Cause 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 '
Spin. Spun. Does anyone remember who I am?
In a few moments, you will have an experience which will seem completely real. It will be the result of your subconscious fears transformed to your conscious awareness. You have 5 seconds to terminate this tape. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There's a game out there, and the stakes are high. And the guy who runs it figures the averages all day long and all night long. Once in a while, he lets you steal a pot. But if you stay in the game long enough, you've got to lose. And once you've lost, there's no way back. No way at all, no way at all.
Okay, DJ Shadow. It sounds like sort of Nirvana with a break beat, or
Yes, the guitar does sound like that indeed. Yeah, I am not especially influenced by this record, but just what he was doing in that time and what the whole crew around him with the Blacklicious guys and what they were doing and building. So that's more the
Moex,
thing.
right?
Yeah.
Where's Mo? Is that UK or LA?
Moex was UK, but these
UK,
guys came from I think the Bay Area, San Francisco, and they were connected to all the hip hop guys there and made also instrumental stuff. I think so. But Moex was on a UK label with James Lavelle from Uncle.
Right. Yeah, it was UK.
So.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of American artists on the label.
Yeah, American, but even France, things like La Funk Mob,
Right.
but even Utrecht. How do you say that in English? Utrecht. Utrecht.
Oh, yeah. Well, we start talking different languages now. And what's his name? The guitar player, the drum and bass dude.
Not
anyway.
Pesha was there, Money Mark was there,
Mark,
guys like that. So it was quite eclectic, and I think that was the influence for me, the eclectic setup of the label that opened a lot of doors for me.
Yeah, you learn different styles or whatever styles, different influences. Yeah, great label. They still exist, do they? They still
I think so. Maybe they do small. They're not so big anymore. I know James Lavelle, the owner, he went further on with Uncle, a group that he had with Shadow. Shadow is not in that anymore, but he still is Uncle, I think so.
Okay.
But I think what they're doing now is less interesting. I think at some point he was playing trance music or something like that.
Oh man.
Something like that.
That's a big switch,
Yeah.
So we're not here for trance music, but everything except trance music, I guess. What's next? What's your next?
Yeah, we got like quite famous one, D'Angelo and Brown Sugar. I think when I saw that clip and I saw that vibe that was in that clip with the smoke and he's sitting behind the piano, that was for me what a jazz club should look like. And I think with Birds we come a little bit close to that, I think so.
It has that Bird vibe, this was before he got naked and got with Soulquarians but he was, man.
Yeah.
Damn, D'Angelo was the if you into just whatever b-boy shit, this was your man to go to. I mean, it's really wow. Let's just do it, man. Brown Sugar, D'Angelo.
Let me tell you about this girl, maybe I should. I met her in Philly, and her name was Brown Sugar. See, we be making love constantly, that's why my eyes are a shade blood burgundy. The way that we kiss is unlike any other way that I be kissing when I'm kissing. What I'm missing, won't you listen? Brown sugar, babe, I guess high off your love, I don't know how to behave. Brown sugar. Sugar, when you're close to me, you love me right down to my knees. And whenever you let me hit it, sweet like honey when it comes to me. Skin is caramel with the cocoa eyes. Even got a big sister by the name of Chocolate. Brown sugar, babe, I guess high off of love, don't know how to behave. story goes. Brown sugar got me open, now I want some more. Always down for all my nauseous swine, but I think I'm here to solo. Hope my niggas don't mind. Stick out my tongue and I'm about ready to hit this pretty bitty with persistence. Yo, I don't think y'all hit me. Brown sugar, babe. I guess high off of love, don't know how to behave.
D'Angelo, Brown Sugar. So we were just talking about the influence of this dude and Uma and Raphael Sadiq and JD. So it was a crazy time.
It was
right?
crazy time. I think new soul, or what the genre was called, never became better than in that time. I think so somehow. So
yeah, a lot of influences from everywhere. It was a new, like the name kind of makes sense, new soul, but it's just soul music. But it was definitely a new generation.
Yeah, there was like more hip hop influence in it. You hear that in the beats and
Great. So what's next?
Next is Jazz and Nova with Caravel. I must say I haven't heard the record for 15 years, so don't know if it stood the test of the time.
Okay,
but I think those guys were a big influence. Also, the way they worked, the Brazilian influence in their music, also quite eclectic. They did a club night in Berlin that was also where they mixed everything from Tio Paris to Brazil, everything in one set, and that was quite The eclectic people always have been an influence on me because I like to discover new things.
Great. Yeah, just a wide range of music, and it still kind of fits in a sort of box or whatever. It makes sense if they play, because they're great. Like 4 DJs or 2 DJs, 2 producers.
Yeah, I think 2 or 3 DJs and the other part is indeed a producer. So, and it was also in a time that I discovered guys like Giles Peterson that was also influence on me. But also, I think we talked about him. Case from Paradiso was also influence on me. All very open-minded people. I think very open-minded music people. Yeah,
anything goes as long as it's it got that. So let's play some Jazz and Nova.
Yes.
Oh, Jazzanova. Thelonious is still here. We're talking about his 10 favorite records and just music in general. Play a little DJ set in the second hour. So this Jazzanova, we talked about it a bit. They were very, very intensely technical with their stuff, right?
Yeah, it was amazing how they sampled stuff, or how they. I think you know more about that than me. I think so, but it's quite bizarre how they sampled all those Brazilian drums and things like that.
And it sounds like a band in a way.
It sounds like a band, yeah. I think their first records have this more. I think later on it became more slick what they were doing. I think so. But especially the first records were nice.
Yeah, great. So and to super, they're really good collectors, right? And really amazing DJs.
Amazing DJs indeed. Yeah.
Crazy. So what's next?
What's next? That is it's Sarah Creative Partners, also old one, but I was saying I think they did something with the new soul that you heard from D'Angelo, but made it almost a little bit weirder or a little bit more special. I think so. So I really enjoyed that time with all this experimentation in this genre.
It's still a little hip hop kind of vibe, sample bass,
hip hop, but also really sexy or something like that. I think what they do, yeah.
Let's play it so people can hear it for themselves.
Yes.
Sabra, Creative Partners.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Great record.
Yes.
Was this the first single, or from which album is this?
I think it's the first single. I'm not 100% sure anymore. It's a long time ago.
Right, yeah. Was this 2004 or something?
Yeah, it was a sort of second wave of this new soul, I think so. You had also second wave of hip hop in that time with the Rockers guys, and but also in this sound it was sort of second wave. And I think after that it died a little bit.
ABB Soul. So he did ABB with Dilated Peoples, The Far, and now this is ABB Soul. So
yeah,
it's
it was
probably
a sub-level of them. I think they also put out a Pevin Everett album on that, the red one.
With Destiny is on there.
Yeah,
oh,
great.
Man,
great.
Pevin, that's the same time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Sarah, man, crazy. What's next?
We got Jill Scott Heron with a live version of "Home Is Where the Hatred Is." I just thought I heard Floating Point. I knew that record already for a long time, but I heard Floating Points play that on a dance floor, and I was like, "Wow, this sounds nice on a dance floor too."
Yeah.
I was a bit afraid to play that out. It's quite fast, it's quite up tempo, but it's also quite difficult. I think so for
floor. You mean
for floor? I think so. So you have to have the crowd for it. I think so.
Yeah.
So
people like Theo would just. This is what they do. Right?
Yeah, this is what they do. This is what I like. Yeah, this is what I like. So it pulls a lot of strings in yourself, also emotions and things like that.
Man.
So yeah.
Crazy. Gil Scott Heron, let's do it, man.
Yes.
Doctor, I could use some help, man. I can't deal with no frozen bird, doctor. Rhythm master, make me stronger. Rhythm master, help me out, doctor. Yeah.
Walking through the twilight, and I'm on my way home. I left 3 days ago, and no one seems to know I'm gone. Home is where the hatred is, and home is filled with pain, and it might not be such a bad idea for them. Home is where I live inside my white powder dream. You know what I mean. Home was once an empty vacuum, but it's filled now with my silent scream. Home is where the needle mark tried to heal my broken heart, and it might not be such a bad idea, but never went home again. Never went home again. Stand as far away from me as you can. Yes, ask me why. Oh, why? Hang on to your ropes and please close your eyes. Watch me die. Seem to me like you keep saying, kick it, quit it, kick it, quit it, God, but you never tried. And all you've got to do is turn your sick soul inside out, so that the world, watch you die, watch you die, you watch you die. They don't really love you, brother.
ground. Home is where I live inside my white garden tree. Home was once an empty vacuum, but it's filled now with my silent scream. Home is where the needle marks try to heal my broken heart, and it might not be such a bad idea if I never went home again, home again, home again, home again. Said kick it, quit it, kick it, quit it, kick it, quit it, kick it, quit it. Why don't you stop using drugs? That's easy for you to say. 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 That I kick it, quit it, kick it, quit it, kick it, quit it, kick it, quit it. Why don't you stop using drugs? It's easy for you to say. That's 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 easy,
Oh, Gil Scott Heron, crazy! What a track, man! And we just figured out, oh shit, it's that sample by what was it, Masterwork?
Yeah, Kenny Dope. I think one of his solo things.
Crazy track, man. It's a really good track, man. I don't even know the original. I think I got a few of his albums, but this is
The original's a little bit more slow, a little bit more. This is much more intense, I think so. I think this is the best version of that.
crazy. Gil Scott Heron. So what's next?
Next we got Saya and Yeshua the Poet. I think they only did 2 singles or 2 releases or something. I heard, I just followed what they were doing. I think they're professors now on the university, those guys.
Oh, what about cultural stuff? Or
I'm not sure. I think so. I think something in that. And it was a label from one of my heroes. We were talking about that in the break also, so people didn't hear that. Bobito set up that label. And Bobito is, for me, one of the biggest hip-hop guys in the world. But a lot of people don't know him because he was the guy in the background.
In the background, him and Stretch, of course, the whole show.
Yeah, they did the show, and everybody came through that show, got their contracts, and was discovered to the show. So
they did their work, man. Very important time. I mean, before people knew about Biggie or Mobb Deep, they would get him on the show in New York. And so go check out Netflix. If anybody at home got Netflix, check out the documentary. What was it called? Stretch Armstrong, Bobito.
I think the
something.
Yeah, I don't know exactly. Not
it's on there.
Yeah, you have to find. And this was his label, I think. So it was in the same time you had the Rockers label. You had a lot of independent hip hop labels. I think it was the second golden era. I always call that. And it was the label that he did. It was a little bit smaller than Rockers and then Stone's Throw. But I think it was the third label at the time. I think
yeah, definitely indie stuff.
Indie stuff.
So yeah, let's do it. Let's play it and more music.
Physical angelic being, Yeshua the poesy in the process of freeing minds from all the nonsense ejected by unperfected rhymes designed by self-elected MCs who thought they wrecked it. It's time to really get down to the writing before reciting. Trying to frighten is cool but not exciting. The fools from Brighton, we be lighting all mics in unison. What meant the nutriment, the lip pores, I get looser than big drawers. Or tits removing bras, using raw metaphors in 2s and 4s. When I get mine, that means you're losing yours, no question. See, I'm the best in sex in a chick's wrist section. So next in hordes is reflection. When vocal cords pour in form of rhymes, metaphors sell tickets for trips through my mind. I freak first class seats over beats through my horizon. I've been awaiting the fleet from last week's arriving. The process repeats, got lines to signing, vibing off my rhyming, describing live in detail is where we prevail and the frail MCs derail. Also leads up to girls even wet, like I left the toilet seat up. So brother, eat up, eat up.
Yeah, we're doing this for everybody. It's the visuals. In case you didn't know, I'ma tell you who you're seeing right now.
Yo, this is who you're seeing. It's why the poet being us higher. Here to take you higher than you ever been. This is who you're seeing. It's why the poet being us higher. Here to take you higher than you ever been.
accumulating, but my mind's constipated. Pills release the skills and the rhymes activated. I cultivate the field of rap, clip the weeds of wax, science, sow the seeds and feed the flow through the track to your mental. I could be the batter like a baker, bringing the sweet and sourdough. Inside I gather words of herbs scatter, raise cadavers, cruise skedaddle, rhymes befuddle, while I pedal over puddles like Atlantic. Then I get specific and heads be getting frantic. Pause for a second and you're stranded. Reckon I've been beckoned to rock the mic, step in the spot, breathe the fire. See, sire, these crews pass out like flyers. I'll take you higher than the reverend ever been. Feeding off of heads, cause my brethren be clever. And my continent is the East Asiatic. Complex grammatic consonants cling like static to concepts. This is fluorescent manifested, all the while I live within the black and white context. It's like that, what? Yeah.
Oh wow, great. We were just talking about the whole Fat Beats era, like 98, 7?
Yeah,
kinda.
I think that was a time that I also went a lot to Amsterdam to buy records. I think I always, as a Rotterdam guy, I bought my records in Amsterdam mostly. You had Fat Beats, you had Rush Hour, all those, you had Rhythm Import, I think so. And I always went every Thursday for 2 or 3 hours to Amsterdam to find music, I think so.
Right, just dig and then
just
learn.
dig, yeah.
Yeah, great, man. So we do one more, I guess, because I feel like, or you feel like you should play maybe just a little.
Yeah, I think I've always been a big Broken Beats fan, so I couldn't resist to bring a Broken Beats record with me. I'm a big Diego fan, a big Guido fan, I think so. I think it was a real small niche thing in that time, and still is. But yeah, I love to play something by that. I also what I loved about that era is that you had producers and musicians and DJs, and they all worked together, they all created. It was really like, really, it was not only that the musicians made the track, but they really made it with producers, with musicians. Yeah, I think so. And I think later on you got the two-step things, and that was much more a producer thing. But here you had Guido playing over the tracks. I think I really loved that.
So what is it with Rotterdam and the Broken Beat sound? Because Carista was here 2 shows ago, and she pulled out a lot of that.
Yeah.
Digo, IG, Bugs kind of stuff. So why? Because it was really big in Rotterdam. I mean, here Case did it. We all loved it, of course, like for like a few years, you know. I still do, but why is Rotterdam always been on that?
I'm not sure. We just had like promoters who were working on that and who were able to pull a crowd for that somehow. We had a party called Circle of Soul.
Right.
And those guys, they were really enthusiastic and could bring the message to the people. And we somehow somehow that sound picked up in Rotterdam. I think this was also the time that we started, Lucky and me started with the Strange Food Parties.
Right.
And we also played a lot of Broken Beats. But I don't know why it worked. It worked better in Rotterdam somehow than in Amsterdam, I think so.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know.
And luckily, it never left, but to see people like Digo do new albums with, was it Katie?
Yeah. The
IG.
guys like Alex Nutt from Iglo Records are picking it up. The guys like the Rhythm Sections guys are influenced by that. I think so. You got in the Netherlands Duke. So the sound is still there and it's still influence on new music, I think so.
But never left is just a new time frame. It's still there. So So this is new sector movements. The future ain't what it used to.
It's the Neon Fusion.
Oh, sorry.
And it's I think all those guys had groups together with them, so everybody was in each other groups. So,
right.
But it's for me a track that I still play in my sets.
Let's do it, man.
Yes.
Ballroom Radio with my main man Thelonious from Rotterdam. He's gonna be in the mix for the next, 50 minutes? Let's do it, man. Ballroom Radio. Peace out to Ness Amsterdam and the whole crew. Let's go.
Nothing can come from above.
better again. And you're gonna be alright. Better treat yourself right now. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Alright. Yeah.
me that sunshine day, where the sun can set and the clouds just fill you high. Daylight. Everyone can play with the birds and the bees and the lay on the leaves in the sun. Love it. Silver clouds see, stars to rise like the sun in the east, but the love is high. Rainbow, bright red, yellow, and blue, with the purple line all across the sky. Intangible. Give me that sunshine day, where the sun can set and the clouds just fill you high. Daylight. Everyone can play with the birds and the bees and the lay on the leaves in the sun. Love it. Silver clouds see, stars to rise like the sun in the east, of love is high. Rainbow,
your back.